What is up everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is OTV Movie Reviews. My name is Helen the Brinkcat, and welcome guys to another movie review. Now before I start in this review, yes I have changed the background. I like this background a little bit more. It's much more open spaced than the last background. So hopefully you guys like this background because I'm going to use it for the rest of my future YouTube videos. Hopefully. Because I love this Heath Ledger poster and I feel like this background is much more open spaced. So I'm going to use this background for the rest of the videos that I'm doing. Now, on to the review. So today I'm going to review Disney Plus's newest film, The One and Only Ivan. This movie is directed by Sharrock, who directed Me Before You, and stars a talented amount of people including Bryan, Cranston, Rockwell, Angelina, Jolie, Brooklyn, Helen, Mirren, and DeVito. This film is inspired by a true story of this gorilla named Ivan, who is held captivity in a shopping mall in a circus attraction, who is led by Bryan Cranston. Ivan discovers that he has a past on his hands and he wants to be free. So he uses the talent of art to explain to people that he wants to be free with the help of his friend Bob, the dog, played by DeVito, and this new elephant that came into the attraction, Ruby, voiced by Brooklyn. Yes, this movie is actually based on a true story of this gorilla named Ivan who's been in this shopping mall for 20 years without seeing the outside world in that long.
Ivan has been at the B&I for 24 years.
The painting started where it just dawned on me that Ivan might enjoy painting or watching me paint, so I put paint down here and started smearing the paint around, and Ivan came over and I slid some underneath him, and he actually started smearing it around with his hand.
So that story was actually a really good story, and I reckon you should check out this documentary about it. I'll put in the link below. I thought that story was very, very interesting, and I didn't even know this movie was based on a true story. Yes, the trailer literally just tells inspired by a true story. I must have missed it somehow. Like, for the opening scene of this movie, after the Disney logo, it just says inspired by a true story. And I'm just like, what? Wait, what? I'm not expecting this. But before I knew all that, I was very interested in this film. The director, Sharrock, did a great job directing Me Before You. I thought it's a really good romantic film. And the cast, amazing. Bryan Cranston, amazing. Rockwell, Angelina, Jolie, Brooklyn from the Florida Project, DeVito. The cast, absolutely amazing cast. So I was very, very interested in this film. But at the same time, I'm not a fan of these like talking animals type movies. Like we got Dolittle this year, that movie was terrible. So I was skeptical at the same time. And this is a year that basically wasn't a good year. Just recently we lost Chadwick Boseman. So yeah, this year is pretty horrible. So I'm so impressed that The One and Only Ivan really made my year so far. I really enjoyed this movie, guys. I don't know why this movie got like 70% on Rotten Tomatoes and 6 out of 10. I really was invested in this film. The way to describe The One and Only Ivan, this is a very sweet and heartwarming biopic movie that's also a family movie. I feel like kids will really have a lot of fun with this film. And also adults will also enjoy this film also. And I gotta give props to the voice casting of this film. The voice casting of this film was top notch. We got Rockwell voicing Ivan the gorilla. Oh my god, his character was so sweet and heartwarming in the film. I think Rockwell did a great job voicing this character. You really feel for Ivan in this film. It's basically showing how basically Ivan is feeling in a real life story and situation. And I thought they used talking animals in that way really, really well. And he brings a lot of heart to the film, and I think Rockwell is a perfect voice actor portrayal to play this character. Also, we got Bob, who is this dog who's best friends with Ivan, voiced by DeVito, who is very great in the film. I love their chemistry together. It's very, very sweet. But I think the one that really stole this movie, in my opinion, is Ruby, this new elephant that came to the attraction, voiced by Brooklyn, who was from the Florida Project, best kid actor for a while. So she is fantastic in this film. I love her chemistry with Ivan. It is very sweet. It's very heartwarming. Bryan Cranston, of course, he is fantastic in this film. I don't know if I ever seen him in a family movie. Maybe I just missed, and maybe I just, lost it. Maybe he wasn't a family movie before, but the way I see it, this is the first family movie he's doing, and I think Bryan Cranston was fantastic. His chemistry with Ivan was also an important part to the film, and I love the chemistry as well in the film. And the visual effects, I gotta say, looks really top notch. It doesn't look like as realistic, like The Lion King was, but it's like realistic enough for this film. And what's good about it is that animals show freaking emotion. Not like the Lion King remake that they just do the exact same face. They show actual emotion, and they did that really well. It doesn't look fake or anything. But most of this film is a fantastic story throughout. I was so invested in the story, the characters, it was very heartwarming and sweet. I love the concept where the gorilla uses art to tell people what he wants, and I thought that story was very, very sweet in the film. And it even teaches us a lesson that, you know, like, animals are people too. Animals have emotions, animals have feelings, and people should understand that. People should understand animals' differences. And I love that aspect of the film. The other characters in the film, the other animal characters that are in this film, were slightly forgettable in my opinion. I just thought they really didn't stand out in the film. They just felt like typical animal characters that we've seen. They're just like background type characters. And I feel like they could have a bit more character development because they just felt like, oh, let's put other animals in the movie for the sake of doing that. And yes, at times this movie does copy off other movies, like it copies off Dumbo, it copies off other Disney movies that are made. But since this movie is a true story, I completely forget that entirely. Because overall, guys, I think The One and Only Ivan is probably the best family film that I've seen this year so far. I thought everything about this movie is just sweet, it's heartwarming, it's everything I wanted for a heartwarming family movie to be. It's a great biopic film also. I'm going to give The One and Only Ivan a 7 out of 10. So guys, that is my review for The One and Only Ivan. What do you guys think of this film? Do you like the film? You hate the film? You thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my other movie reviews and latest movie content. And have a nice day.